Hocam anlaştınız mı bu kızla?
Ha?
Anlaştınız mı bu kızla?
Yanlış. Aklı başına verir misin?
Evet, iyi bence.
İngilizce çok iyi misin Sinan?
Evet, görüştüm ben geçen.
Sana falan nasıl?
Güzel.
Eşit değil mi?
Evet hocam. İşte gelen yok hocam ama ya.
Ne?
Gelen yok şeye.
Ne?
Sınav kampına gelen yok.
Ne? Yaptılar mı sana bir?
Attılar. Bildim.
Efendim Mustafa. Tamam bizim. Şimdi ben derste yapılsa evet içeride sınava vereceğim. Ne? Tamam daha kursa getirsin. Olur olur tamam. Tamam hadi görüşürüz.
Efendim hocam?
Bir kainat var galiba.
Öyle mi? Tamam hocam. Hi everyone, can you hear me? Büşra, Zeynep, can you hear me? Yes, okay. How are you, Zeynep? Where are you from? Trabzon, okay. Are you a student? Okay, what are you studying? Mathematics education. Okay, well, nice to see you here. Okay, so let's start the lesson. Now, tonight we will learn some ways to improve our listening skills. I will give you some websites to use, some techniques and tactics on how to improve your speaking and listening, because these two skills are connected. Okay. Fatih, could you mute yourself? Okay. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, write in the chat box. Okay, so the first website that I want you to use is News in Levels. You go to this website, you have 3 levels of English, level 1, level 2, and level 3. So let's open it together and check some of their contents. So this is the website. This is how it looks. Here you have grammar, you have books, you have videos, you have tests and everything. But this is the part that we want to use, level 1, level 2, and level 3. So my suggestion to you, if you are A1 to A2 students, you can use level 1. B1, B2 students can use level 2. C1, C2 expert, they can use level 3. Here you have exercises, funny videos, history videos, information, interesting videos, videos about nature, news, and sport. I would suggest you to use news. So let's check it together. News level 1 for A1, A2 students. Here you have a real news, something that's been going on in the world. And you have the text also. So you can listen and follow while you are listening to the recording. So here I press this, you listen and you follow. Now my suggestion to you is that you listen to the recording 2 times. First time you just listen without looking at the text. For the second time, you listen and you follow the text. And for the third time, you listen and you follow the text by reading out loud. You read it with your own voice. This way you can improve your listening, and also you can improve your pronunciation, because pronunciation is very important. If you can't pronunciate something well, then obviously you won't be able to realize it and understand it when other people use it. So that's why we need to improve our pronunciation as well while we improve our listening. So this is the first website that you can use. Second website is what is the name? British Council. British Council Learn English for Teens. Now, this website, I use it for my own student also. You have listening parts, reading parts, speaking parts, and grammar parts. Let's check out the listening part together. Okay, so as you can see, we have all levels here, A1 to C1. So let's check out A2, for instance. You click on the link. Let's try eating out. So you have different topics. You have different topics of listening. You can listen to the recordings. You can learn lots of vocabularies about different topics. So eating out, this one is about restaurants. Vocabularies that you need to learn about going to a restaurant, on how to order food, or how to understand what the waiter is asking you if you ever go abroad or go to another country. So here you have the recording, you can play it here. You have the transcript, you can follow what people are saying here. You have the transcript. You have lots of exercises about the recording. You have true or false exercises. And then you have filling out gap fill exercises. You can listen and fill the gaps. And here you can get the worksheets. Let's open it. Okay, this is the worksheet. You open it and you listen to the recording. While you are listening, you can check, you can answer these questions. After you answer these questions, you can come here to the answers part, answer section, and you can check your answers. So this is the answering part. Here you can check your answers to your questions and see if it's correct or if it's wrong. And so I basically use these two websites for my own students who want to learn and how to improve their listening skills. Now, my third option this window. Okay, so the best option, I think the best option for improving your listening skill is to watch movies and TV shows. So watch movies, take notes, please, and watch TV shows. Okay, so the best way to improve your listening skills is to watch movies and watch TV shows. But it should be a continuous job. You should do this every day, every night, every hour. It's not like you watch one TV show or one movie and your English is improved immediately. No, you need to watch every day, every hour, every night. So as you can watch, while you are watching, you can use shadowing technique. Shadowing technique. What is shadowing technique? Shadowing technique is when you watch a movie, you watch the movie for, I don't know, 5 minutes, for 10 minutes, you watch the movie. And then you pause the movie. After you pause the movie, you start explaining the movie and the topic. Say, this guy, the main character, went on holiday, he drank this, he did this with his friends, and you explain the movie to yourself. After that, you resume the movie. Again, you watch it for 5 to 10 minutes, then you pause it again, and you do this all over again. This is how you can improve your speaking and listening together. Okay. Next technique that I would suggest you to use is that you copy. Someone's microphone is open. Okay, so the next one is copying. Now, copying, how do we do this? You start a movie or a TV show, it doesn't matter. And then you resume the movie, you start watching the movie. And while you are watching, you start copying what the characters are saying. So if the character says a sentence, if the character says, I love you, you repeat the same sentence. You say, I love you. This is how you improve your speaking and listening. So you copy what other people say in the videos. Okay, so far, do you have any questions? If you have any questions, write in the chat box. I will try to answer. Any questions about English, speaking, listening? Okay, Eylül. So these are basically the basic techniques to improve your listening skills. And this is what I suggest my own students. This is how I improved my listening skills. And I suggest you to do it and try it. Do you guys have any questions about anything? Write in the chat box if you have any questions, or if you missed any parts. No questions? Okay. So if you don't have any questions, let's try one of these techniques together. Let's listen to a recording and let's practice listening together, okay? So I'm going to use one of the websites that I just suggested you. Let's use News in Levels. I choose level 1. And okay, let's choose one. Europe's night trains. So this news is about Europe's night trains. Now I want you to get a pen and a paper. I want you to listen. I want you to take notes. And after that, I want you to write in the chat box what you understood. Okay, so let's listen and then write in the chat box. Everyone's ready? Okay, so first we will just listen. Second time we will listen and we will read the text to follow. And then I will ask you to write what you understood in the chat box.
Work. The train is not as new as other train.
Sorry.
Experts hope.
Let me share. Okay.
There is a new train service from Brussels to Berlin.
Now, can you hear the recording? If you can hear the recording, Zeynep, Eylül, one of you please write in the chat box. You can, okay. So let's do it again.
From Brussels, there is a new train service from Brussels to Berlin. Experts hope that it will change train travel in Europe. The train goes at night. It is cheap. The service is important because it will decide if other train services can happen. Trains are better for the environment than planes. The train is running now, and people are using it. People want to travel by train for holidays and work. The train is not as new as other trains. New trains are expensive. The people who run the train want to get more trains in the future. But it's difficult to start a train business. Companies need money for it. It is also important to buy new trains to make the business work.
Okay, so this was the first time. Now, for the second time, we will listen to it again. This time, let's just listen again and write in the chat box whatever you understood, okay? So let's listen one more time.
There is a new train service from Brussels to Berlin. Experts hope that it will change train travel in Europe. The train goes at night. It is cheap. The service is important because it will decide if other train services can happen. Trains are better for the environment than planes. The train is running now, and people are using it. People want to travel by train for holidays and work. The train is not as new as other trains. New trains are expensive. The people who run the train want to get more trains in the future. But it's difficult to start a train business. Companies need money for it. It is also important to buy new trains to make the business work.
Okay, so now it's your turn. Write in the chat box whatever you understood. Now, you don't need to understand everything. You don't need to understand all of it. But just write me whatever you understood. Okay, I'm waiting for your replies. Write it in the chat box. So what do you think this recording was about? What was it about? Was it about a house? Was it about Turkey? What was it about? And what did you understand? What are the details? The train is cheap and goes at night. Okay, Safiyagül, that's good. Train is expensive and business work. Okay. What else did you guys understand? A new train service, new train is expensive. Okay. What else? Train is working on holiday. In English, we don't say in holiday, we say on holidays. Train is working on holidays. Yes, that's true. Anything else? Nothing? Okay, so let's listen to this recording again for the third time. And this time, let's follow the text. So as we are reading, as we are listening, let's read this together, okay? But when you read it out loud, okay? Sesli okuyun.
There is a new train service from Brussels to Berlin. Experts hope that it will change train travel in Europe. The train goes at night. It is cheap. The service is important because it will decide if other train services can happen. Trains are better for the environment than planes. The train is running now, and people are using it. People want to travel by train for holidays and work. The train is not as new as other trains. New trains are expensive. The people who run the train want to get more trains in the future. But it's difficult to start a train business. Companies need money for it. It is also important to buy new trains to make the business work.
Okay, so this is basically what you need to do. You listen 1 or 2 times, you take notes of what you heard, and then you check if your answers or if your notes are true or not. Okay? Do you guys have any more questions? Any questions? No questions, I guess. Okay. I hope you guys have learned something tonight. I hope you have enjoyed my lesson. This is it for tonight. And if you don't have further questions, I will see you again soon. You enjoyed the lesson, Zainab? Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoyed the lesson. No problem. Have a good night. No problem, Suada. See you soon, Safiya. No problem, Ria. Good to see you here. No problem. I'm happy to help. All right, I will see you soon. Have a good night, everyone.